All right, taking this from sunny San Diego. It's been pretty doggone nice today. Sorry for all you guys that are in the cold, but I will be there with you in March, and it will be on, and it will be cold. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. It's cold. Anyways, thought I'd give you guys a gear list, kind of some of the stuff that I had hiked through on the PCT and really enjoyed. I'm gonna make it pretty quick because I'm sure you guys get a lot of gear list stuff, so I just kind of thought I'd break it down for you. Obviously, I'm using a Hyperlight pack. That pack is a porter pack. I put the outside extension piece on it, and then I stuck a couple other, like, just little bags on it, just because I really like having phone electronics and some of the accessories on the outside. I also got a little Z-Packs bag for it and a little AT badge. And this pack took me through the PCT, and it is held up really doggone well. I use this bag for my toiletries. Getting ready to have a plane come by, so let's see if we can. It's gonna be bright. There it is. Oh wait, do you see it? All right. So, anyways, yeah, and it's held up real well. The only thing that's kind of coming apart is the stitching on the inside, which is kind of a little bit of a bummer. Yeah, kind of like right where those two pocket pieces meet, kind of right there. Right in the corners, kind of right where these two guys meet right here and right here are kind of coming out a little bit. But anyways, I got a little cell phone pocket in the front, so that way I can have my phone up there, obviously. As far as clothes go, I'm using Arc'teryx. I think it's like an alpha beta something or another. I guess you can look all that stuff up, but that's been a really awesome coat. I've used that through a few hikes now, but that's a new one for me. I'm actually used to using a Marmot, but that's been pretty awesome so far. I love this Patagonia vest just because it's regulated. Like, it kind of helps me to got some planes going overhead today. It kind of helps me to stay regulated. I like having a lot of options as far as hiking, because sometimes it's kind of miserable when you're hot and sweaty or when you're too cold. But anyways, I'm wearing these shorts. It's a Nike 5-inch Strider. I use these for sleeping in. It's just a ultralight silk pair of like pants and an ultralight silk top. Silk is micro, what do you call that? Microbacterial free or something. I don't know, kind of a dummy. So yeah, so I like using those at nighttime because I don't like feeling sticky and stuff when I get in my bag. And then I got a little AT buff. Got some camp shoes here. I really like these guys. They're super thin. They're not thin, but they're actually pretty hardy. They're called the Mush, the Tiva Mush, and they're super light. And I know that if you're on the East Coast, you don't like flip-flops, but I love those. Those have been awesome. I use a pair of North Face gloves. Me Undies. If you guys have not heard about Me Undies, I absolutely love them. My nickname's Yoda, so I got a pair of Yodas, obviously. Yeah, too cute. And then I got these other pair, man. But Me Undies, they're microbial fabric, and you can literally wear those for like 4 or 5 days, and they still do not retain a smell. I mean, they are, ping, man. Those things are awesome. Joe Rogan was talking about them, and then I got them, and I've been wearing them for about 6 months now, and I love them. So get in a pair of those. Over here, I have a camp shirt. It's just a Omni shade camp shirt, super light. It's one of their fishing ones. I also use this puffy right here. I think this is not the Ghost Whisperer, but this is the Arc'teryx, and it's like 6 ounces, super light. But I pair that with this mid-weight North Face jacket that's here. It's got a hood to it, which I really love. I love hoods on trail because it just helps me regulate my neck. And of course, I'm bald, so it kind of just helps me to retain the heat around my neck, which is really nice. I usually hike with a pair of long johns, and I just got these for Me Undies as well. But it was pretty cool, little camp. Oh man, they're so cozy. Like the materials, it's like a, what do you call it? I don't know if you guys can see that, but anyways, yeah, it's just super cool fabric, and One thing I kind of noticed is when I was hiking the PCT, I noticed everybody was wearing blue and all these different colors, and I mean, not different colors, but all these different colors that were all the same, blues and blacks and grays and mute colors, I should say. And I really kind of thought it was fun when I came across somebody and they were wearing something fun, so I'm checking that out this time. Anyways, I'm going with a pair of these gloves. These are, oh, what do you call these? Shower pass gloves. That's what they're called. And they claim to be waterproof, and they are waterproof, but they will get soaked. I put my hands in the sink. I know, shitty review on that one. Put my hands in the sink just to see if the outsides would stay dry, and they don't. But when I took my hands out of the gloves, my hands were dry. And I actually just took those up snowboarding, and it seemed like my hands were pretty damn cold. They got wet pretty fast. And even though your hands are dry, they're still cold. So not quite sure what I'm doing with that. And let's see here. I also have, is this all the clothes? Yeah, and then I'm using a couple pairs of darn tough socks. Sorry guys, I'm a little out there. Let's see, I got a pair of these Randy Sun waterproof socks. Not quite sure which pair I'm gonna take yet, but I wanna give those a shot. I've never hiked with a pair of waterproof socks before, but I've seen like Darwin and a few other people talking about it and thought they sounded pretty comfy. I also got a pair of Darn Toughs. I'm wearing a pair of Darn Toughs, and then usually I start out with a pair of Injinji socks, the toed socks, just because when you first start out, your feet aren't really conditioned no matter how much you walk. I don't care if you're walking, well, if you're walking 20 miles a day, you're gonna be conditioned, but most of us don't do that. So it's nice to have just a pair to kind of get your feet to break in, and then you don't have to wear them so much anymore. I also take a balaclava for nighttime. This one's ultra light, and it's got a little fleece neck thing to it that I can kind of cinch it up. And I have another balaclava that I use if I just want to put around my neck if I get cold, typically when I'm hiking. It's just nice to have something that's around your neck. So yeah, and then last piece of gear that I usually take is the Patagonia Houdini Alpine Windbreaker, and then I also pair it with a pair of Windbreaker pants. So that way when I'm wearing my long johns, I can use these to break the wind, and usually I can hike really comfortably. These are each just like 3 ounces. So to carry 6 ounces for a windbreak is pretty damn awesome. Yeah, I know I carry a lot of clothes, but it's really nice to be able to hike and just be really comfortable. And to me, I don't really have a whole lot, because I don't really carry a pair of pants. I use a Z-Packs kilt, and then I also have a poncho, and I've never used a Z-Packs poncho, and I'm not really a big fan of it because like right down in your stomach area, which I'm not going to show you my stomach, but it kind of like poofs out like right in this area, and I don't like it. There's not a really good way to tighten it down, and if you're in high winds, it's just going to blow all over the place. So not quite sure if I'm taking that. I also carry a 6-ounce umbrella. This is not your standard umbrella. I carried one of these on the PCT, and I fell in love with it. This is the E-Swing, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, E-Shurum. This umbrella took me the entire way on the PCT, and it was absolutely amazing. Super light, fully gusty winds, never bent back on me. Just absolutely crazy. I love it. I would recommend it to anybody. I also bought the Z-Packs one. This one's actually lighter, and I like the feel of it more. And it has the little plastic rib tips instead of the metal ones, which I really like because I was in thunderstorms. And it also has the inside ribs. Whoops. Inside ribs in here are all plastic, so it's not metal, because I was in some thunderstorms and I had that thing out kind of protecting me, and not like it's gonna protect me from a lightning bolt, but when you're kind of crouched down, it sure does make you feel a little safer instead of being underneath a bunch of metal. So anyways, this is a Z-Packs Duplex, and I just ordered a Z-Packs Ultiplex. I'm gonna go with the single person again. I was rocking one before, but I wanted more space, and now I'm switching back again, just because you know how it goes with buying gear. You just keep buying it. Anyways, this is the Uber Light. That came in at what, like 13 ounces, and this over here was like 22 ounces plus the stakes. I like to use a couple of titanium stakes because I use those all through the Pacific Crest Trail, and they never bent. They were freaking awesome. And I never really carried the groundhogs because the groundhogs, oh hey there, chicken. Got some chickens roaming in my house. So yeah, I've actually got some 7-inch ones on the way, so I'm pretty excited about that as well. And what else we got here? This is kind of fun. I was getting it all laid out, and I was like, this is stupid. Why am I making a video on all this gear? Everybody always makes videos on gear, but I'm actually having kind of fun, so it's nice. So thanks for joining me. Anyways, I also carry a little knee brace. These little McDavid guys right here help for the patellar tendon. It's got a little thingy inside here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but you put this on and you stick it on, and it helps right inside your knee, like right here. And that's really awesome. I got some new tattoo work too. It's pretty cool. Got some doves, and then check it out. I got my PCT tattoo. Yep. There's Mexico, and I just had the tent and fire put on, and had some snow put on, and there's Canada. Yeah, so anyways, toiletry kit. I like to use the Deuce of Spades. This thing has been awesome. I've had this for several years now, and it's done so many cool things for you besides digging poop holes too. Little compass, obviously some toothpaste. I like to carry the repair stuff because not all of us eat the best when we're on trail, so you need something that's really good for your teeth. I got a little half toothbrush, obviously some earplugs because everybody snores on the AT. And I don't care if you say you don't snore or not, you're gonna snore on the AT because you're just beat, and that's the only thing your body knows how to do is get as much oxygen through the back of your throat, which is where we go with that. So I like to carry this guy because it's got a little toothpick, it's got the scissors, super light. Everybody carries one of these. You can check out all the weights online. I'm not gonna post all that because I'm not a great YouTuber person, but a little bit of that patch stuff, and then this is some glue in case you get cut. You can carry super glue too, and I'm not sure if I'm going to carry this or not, but it's just one of those boat whistles, and it's ultra light. Actually, I don't even know why I even use this because your backpack has the whistle in it, but this thing is so loud. And then I was like, I usually carry, oh, that's what it was. It's because I usually carry this in my poop bags, because if I gotta go to the bathroom, I'll detach this blue bag off my pack and I take the whole thing with me, and I keep it on the outside so that way. It's usually when you first start hiking, first thing in the morning is when you're like, "Hoop, oh, that's the time." So I usually unclip this. I got a couple little clips here and right over here, and then I take this whole kit out with me. And I've heard about people getting lost pooping, and I don't know what's going on with that, but I was like, if you ever had your kit and maybe you, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, maybe you could whistle if you couldn't scream anymore because you were dying on the throne. I don't know. That's my one thing I'm probably not going to take, because now I'm thinking about it, it's a little silly. But anyways, I carried this Kershaw the whole entire time with me. Super lightweight. I don't know what model this is, but it is a bad ASS knife. This thing is open probably, I'm not even kidding you, probably at least 50 to maybe 60 metal cans on the PCT, because I was carrying Denny Moore beef stew and all kinds of other stuff after a while, just because I was loving eating like a maniac. I mean, it was so good. Oh yeah, so this knife was all, I mean, look at that. I mean, so many cans. I mean, just stabbing the cans, and yeah, it's a killer for sure. Watch out, any intruders for the Kershaw. Anyways, you can also look at this guy. That's the 20,000 milliamp hour and I don't really have any good reviews on that yet. I just got it and been kind of messing around with that. I used Anchor the whole time. I love these little guys. And a part of me kind of seems stupid because I just switched into this port. I think it's what's called the C port or the Q. I can't remember what it was called, but anyways, I'm not sure if I'm going back to my old system with that. I carry a pair of glasses, glass holders. I'm just starting to now to use the Ketodyne Be Free. I don't really have any reviews on that. And then this top also fits onto the hydro pack as well. Also, I'm using the Agua clip for my water bottles. That's a new one too. I was originally putting them on the side of my pack, but I'm trying this feature this time. I'm also rocking a Hyperlight hip fanny pack. That's the first time I'm ever doing that because I do not use a hip belt on my bag. I do not like hip belts, and I really don't even like trekking poles. That's why I'm going with the Altiplex now, because I don't like trekking poles either. So kind of weird, kind of a weirdo. Oh, and my little mini comb. I mean, this thing's tiny. Check it out. I was gonna say no lice, but I don't want to gross anybody out, but I'm bald, so obviously I don't have lice. But I do have kids, so. Last thing is the Ketodyne. I just got this, or not the Ketodyne, the Ketobatic 15-degree quilt. And people say that this is warmer than the an Enlightened equipment quilt. And I'm not sure yet. I haven't put this to the test, but I have a 10-degree Enlightened equipment, and I just bought a negative 10-degree Enlightened equipment. And the negative 10 is huge, man. I mean, it almost fills up. It fills up at least 3/4 of my bag, compressed. And when I'm a cold sleeper, I froze my butt off through the Sierras, and I'm hoping this is gonna do. They say this is a 22-degree comfort level, and I just got it the other day, so I got the wide as well. But for a wide sleeping bag, I tell you what, it's really not that wide. I got in it and I tried to curl myself around in it, and I'm kind of all over the place sleeper. And it kind of seemed like, I don't know, it kind of seemed like I was having a little bit of issues with that. So just having tight sleeping bags. So what else we have for you guys? I think the last thing is a pillow. I use the Sea to Summit pillow, just a couple ounces. I've tried every other pillow out there, and as far as the weight goes, I think the Sea to Summit is the way to go. That's the Aeros large. And as far as packing my sleeping gear, I put my sleeping bag inside here. I put my clothes inside another one of these guys, which is their Hyperlights. What do they call them? D-bags or something like that. Maybe it's not D-bag. Maybe I'm saying that all wrong. But I like putting my stuff in these pods. That's what they're called, pods. As you get older, your brain starts losing stuff. But I put my stuff in the pods, and then I stick it inside my bag. And I really like that because there's a couple times on the PCT where it had rained out quite a bit, and these bags are not waterproof. You're gonna leach in water eventually, and I'd still find water in the bottom of my bag. But due to these bags right here, these were awesome. It kept all my gear dry, and these are only gonna last for one through hike. They're about $55 or $60 each. Super expensive. And when I bought my first ones, I thought I was going to be able to use them for a long time, and they lasted for about one through hike, just because they get soft and the materials around the zippers start breaking down. So I don't know if I would keep investing in these just because they're so expensive. I think I just get the old trash liner bag idea, but since I already have these, I'm just going to use them again, because I bought them as soon as I started buying gear again, and I just started switching all my ideas and yada yada yada. Last but not least is the cook set. Sorry guys, I know this is a long video, but I use, gosh, what was this pot? I think this is the Tokes. This is a Tokes 750 mil with the lid. I love having the lid because I love to fry Spam, and I love to fry stuff, and I put it in my top ramen, and this is always coming in handy for me. I like to carry out like dehydrated meats and all kinds of other stuff and cook on campfires. And I mean, you can see this took me this took me all of Oregon, because I lost my camp set in Oregon. So this took me through all of Oregon and all of Washington, and took me through New Mexico on the CDT before I had to get pulled off. And this thing is bulletproof, man. It's awesome. I just got this guy. Oh, I can't remember what this one was. I'm sure all you buffs out there be like, oh yeah, it's such and such, but I can't remember. But it comes with the 3-prong, the 4-prong. I did a bunch of research, and this thing heats up stuff so fast. I just can't remember what it's called. It's the Soto something. Oh, Windmaster. That's what it was. Gotta stop smoking so much pot in California. It's killing it. So yeah, Soto Windmaster, and this thing is awesome. Awesome. Just use a regular jet boil, and I pack it in there with a bandana, put everything together with this guy, and I carry a little mini lighter. And since I like to cook in my pot, I also have I think this is a outdoor gear pot scraper. One side is flexible, and the other side is hard. And when I get done, I just go through and I use the soft side first and clean my pot out, and then I use the hard side with anything else, chip it away, a little bit of water next to the stream, and I'm good to go. And I don't mind cooking in my pot only because of this guy. If it wasn't because of this guy, I don't think I'd be cooking in my pot, because it's funky. My chickens, I think they're going for the snails down there, huh? So anyways, also one more thing to clarify. The way I got my name, the Great Cornholio, was from a cornhole match out at Casa de Luna on the PCT. Hold on, got another plane going overhead. And hey Kate, you still in here? It's my kid's room out here too. He's awesome because he gets this view, which is pretty cool. Anyways, I got my nickname, the Great Cornholio. Obviously it's Yoda, but I got the Great Cornholio from winning an international match of cornhole with a guy named Dirt and another guy named Butterfly Kisses, which I still wish I had their number. I can't remember the other dude, but it was like a 6-hour match, and it was international. There was Germans and French, and I mean we had the whole anthem that we sung at nighttime, and we had a whole trophy that oh man, it was one of the most epic nights on the PCT that I could possibly imagine. And that night, a friend of mine wanted to name me Cornhole, and I said, no, I don't know about cornhole. It just sounds a little funny. And he goes, fine, Cornholio. And I said, oh man, they're gonna think of Beavis and Butthead. And then he said, the Great Cornholio. I said, all right, I think that's pretty cool. So anyways, yeah, it has nothing to do with Beavis and Butthead, but it's the Great Cornholio because it was the most epic. I mean, we were hitting like cornhole after cornhole after I mean, it was me and this guy named I've never seen. Yeah, maybe it was the booze, who knows. Anyways, hope you guys got something out of this. I don't really know if you guys like leaving comments or whatever, but it's kind of fun if you guys subscribe, because that way I can subscribe back to you guys and watch you guys on trail as well as we get ready to hit this trail up. Let me know what time you guys leave, and that way maybe I can look out for you as we kind of go through our journey together. It's gonna be amazing and difficult and amazing again. I can't wait for it, so look forward to it. Hey everybody, this is Yoda, aka the Great Cornholio, coming at you with the gear. Yeah, that's about it. Hey guys, one more thing before I go. I forgot to mention, I'm using a Z-Pack spare bag. Obviously, I think everybody else besides a Hilberg. I wish I had known about Hilberg before I got my Z-Packs bag, but obviously we didn't have to do a lot of bear hanging stuff in the PCT anyway, so if I'd have known about that, I would have put a cool logo or something like that on there. So look into Hilberg, that's pretty neat as well. What did I forget? Oh, I was going to tell you about the weight. I think the weight of the pack and everything is right at 19.8 ounces, I think, for everything that I have out here that I've shown you guys so far. Yeah, not too bad. I'm sure I'm missing a few things in here so far, so I'm imagining I'm gonna be hiking with about 21, 22, same as everybody else. So anyways, talk to you guys.